Myoho Renge Kyo, Myoho Renge Kyo, Myoho Renge Kyo.
Hey Jack, I was reading this, what they call, I guess, a gosho, but it was called On Attaining Buddhahood. You ever heard of that one? Hey, that's great, Sean. Yeah, that letter that Nichiren sent to his disciples on attaining Buddhahood, that one letter probably sums up better than anything our whole Buddhist practice. Hey, you're really starting to study, Sean. That's great. Yeah, I find it quite interesting. But there's one part I found a bit strange. Which part, Sean? The part where it says, if you seek the Gohonzon outside yourself, you're not practicing Buddhism, but some sort of inferior teaching. But the Gohonzon is that little scroll in the little box, right? Okay, so the Gohonzon on the paper scroll, that's what we focus on to activate our own Buddha nature. But the real Gohonzon is in our own lives. It's part of our own lives. I still don't get it. Okay, so on the Gohonzon, the paper scroll, Nichiren has the world of Buddhahood right down the middle of the Gohonzon. And then he has all these other, states of life that we go through: joy, suffering, anger. All these other states of life are sort of out to the side. So when we're chanting, we're focusing on the center of the Gohonzon, and I don't know exactly how it works, but it brings out our own Buddha nature. It sort of brings our Buddha nature to the center of our own lives. Well, that's all well and good, but I still don't get the part where it says, if you're seeking it outside yourself. I think what Nichiren was trying to emphasize to his disciples was to not think that the Buddha or the world of Buddhahood is something separate from ourselves. Yeah, that's it exactly. Most religions, and even some sects of Buddhism, they say that the supreme power is not accessible to the people practicing the religion, whether they call it the Buddha or God or Allah or whatever. It's always something like, you can be the children of God, but you're not God himself, right? Well, I was raised Catholic, and that's what they said, all right. Now, you're saying that in this religion, the people are considered to be God? Okay, so in Buddhism, we recognize that everyone's life contains the world of Buddhahood. And I think what we call the world of Buddhahood, and what Christians call God, and what Muslims call Allah, and even what Native Americans call Great Spirit, I think it's all the same thing. And when Nichiren says, don't seek the Gohonzon outside yourself, I think what he's saying is, don't think that the Buddha or the world of Buddhahood is something other than just we ourselves. Oh, that's a revolutionary idea, so it is. If you think about it, just about every system that we have, whether it's government or religion or economic, it's all designed to keep the vast majority of the population beholden to the powers that be. Yeah, it seems like we're kind of brainwashed from childhood to respect powerful people and powerful institutions. And now look what's happening. I mean, we're all starting to see how completely corrupt these institutions and these powerful people really are. Yeah, like all them priests molesting the little children. It's disgusting, so it is. Well, there's a saying that absolute power corrupts absolutely. And I think that's one of the things that Nichiren was trying to warn us and his disciples about. Yeah, remember when the government offered to build him a temple and he turned them down? Yeah, he didn't want to be beholden to the government. And that's one of the things that I always respected about Ikeda Sensei, is that he never tried to elevate himself above the members. He stayed humble to the end. Yep. You know, I think people are starting to wake up now. And, you know, we're starting to realize we don't need an intermediary, if I could say the word, intermediary between ourselves and God or Buddha or whatever you want to call it, because we're always connected. All we have to do is just learn to trust and listen to our higher self, our Buddha nature. How do we learn to listen then? Well, by chanting, we quiet our physical mind, and that enables us to receive inspiration from our higher mind. Then we just have to learn to trust that even when things don't work out exactly the way that we think they should, our higher self is always attracting to us what we need for our absolute happiness. Yeah, I think studying is really crucial to developing that trust that you're talking about. Oh, absolutely. What do you think, Sean? Oh, definitely.
Namyo Renge Kyo, Namyo Renge Kyo, Namyo Renge Kyo.